Hi, and welcome to Moonbeam Connections. I'm Jacqui-Leigh. Today on Healing from the Storm, we're going to look at financial loss. So we're going to see what Spirit has to say about healing after financial loss. I do send out the intention that these videos find those who need them when they need them. So if you did find this video today, it is meant for you. Now, it can be that the entire message is not meant for you. It could just be that only part of the message is meant for you. So take whatever resonates with you, leave the rest behind. Hey, it might just be one little thing that just hits you and you're like, right? But the rest, that doesn't make any sense to me. Whereas somebody else might be like, oh, this entire message was completely meant for me. Okay, so we're going to ask Spirit for some advice on healing after financial loss. So we're going to first get one tarot card. So one tarot card, please. Healing after financial loss. What would you like to say to the collective today, please, Spirit? And there we go. Ooh, the Tower. Now, this one, we look, is just slightly upside down. But financial loss, of course, can be a very Tower moment. So when we have the Tower upside down, it's about avoiding or being fearful or actually delaying a disaster. So, you would think we should have got the upright tarot for financial loss, right? We've had this financial loss, whether you went bankrupt, whether you, took your retirement and you invested in something, and now that you totally lost all your retirement, whatever it is, you took a big hit, you had an expensive vehicle, but you didn't get collision insurance on it, and therefore when you got into an accident, your vehicle wasn't covered, those sorts of things. And those can be very dramatic moments, obviously, in someone's life, that it takes a toll, right? We all need money to buy food, to have a shelter, to have clothing, just survive. You do have to have a certain level of income in order to survive. And so you would normally expect that, but because this Tower is reversed, it's like Spirit is telling us, actually, at the moment, you're delaying that disaster. So whether it's you're just hanging on financially, you're not really able to make ends meet, but you're sort of just doing it, but you're struggling month to month. But instead of making changes in your life, you're still overspending on clothing. You're still going out and buying new things, and so or maybe you're just getting new loans, right? So I'm in all this debt, I'm overwhelmed, I can't make the payment, so I'm just going to go get this new loan over here. That'll give me a little bit of money to pay this debt, but now you have a new debt and you still got this one hanging over you. And so this can really be that you are just avoiding the inevitable, you're avoiding fixing things, or being very much in fear, right? Very much in fear of this disaster, very much in fear because you had this disaster, this financial disaster. So anyways, I will now pull out my board. As always, I do dub over it afterwards, so it might not quite sound the same when I'm writing as I write in silence. So we're going to ask Spirit, we're healing after the storm of a financial loss, and we have the reverse Tower, and what message would you like to give us? I will be quiet momentarily, and then I will begin to write. A financial loss can be one of the most devastating things that can happen to a person. Not only because of the loss, but because of the feelings of worthlessness that creep in a society that sees money as success and money as the worth of a person, any financial loss can hit on a very emotional and mental level. What you need to realize is that money is not your worth or value. And money is not lost forever. You have the ability to build back up you have the ability to earn more and save. You must realize this is a time to move forward while still reflecting on the lessons learned. You may have needed the financial loss to see what is truly important, or see what you truly want in life. Reframe the loss. Reframe your beliefs. The loss of money taught you a lesson and allows you to move forward in a new direction, in a new way of being that you could not have realized without the loss. Spirit is always moving you to your highest and greatest good. This is the push to change your life and change your habits. Love. Okay. So basically what Spirit wants you to know is that yes, it can be very devastating to have this financial loss, right? The feelings of worthlessness, and people in our society, well, in Western society anyway, see money as success, right? You have a big house, a fancy car, beautiful jewels. That must mean you're successful. And if you're successful, that must mean you're happy. And I think what Spirit is saying here is that this financial loss was for a lesson. There was a lesson you needed to learn, right? Whether it was a lesson about your belief system, whether, maybe it was a lesson that you don't even want to be in the situation you're in, right? Let's say you married a partner for money, right? And now you and your partner have lost all your money, and now you're turning around and you're like, oh, you know what? I'm not even really in love with you. I was really just with you for the money, or things were really only good between us because we had the money to distract us. And now that we don't have this money distracting us, we don't have this money in our way, now we're realizing, we're not good for each other. We're not supportive of each other. This relationship isn't good. And so now you're going to part, whatever it is. It may be that you lost that expensive car that wasn't insured. And this was the lesson to show you, you know what? Having a big fancy car to show others is not worth it if it then puts all this stress on your life, right? And so you should look at this financial loss as a way to sort of to change your life, to put you on a new path, right? If you don't even know where you're going. So yes, you may have had this financial loss yesterday and you may not see where it benefits you for 5 or 10 years from now, but at some point you will look back and you'll be like, oh my gosh, if I hadn't lost that, I would have still been stuck there. But because I lost that, I had to push forward into something else. And now I'm here and I'm absolutely loving it. And even if I don't have as much money as I had back here, this is a way better situation for me. This is what brings me peace. This is what's for my greatest and highest good. And so let's always focus on that nothing ever happens randomly, right? It's always for your highest and greatest good. And even if it's the worst, most devastating thing that has ever happened to you, you don't know why in the end, right? We can't see the big picture. We won't understand until we're at the end of life. And I hope this message helped you today, and I'm sending you peace, love, and happiness. Bye for now.